Another way I think that we can enlarge classes, and I think we can create win-win-win situations by making more effective use of peer and self-assessment. And again, all peer assessment, we have to remember, is critical thinking if it's done well. And what I mean by that is that, first of all, we establish clear criteria for the assessments that we are using so that students can provide meaningful, focused, constructive feedback to themselves as they reflect or to others. So if we've established clear criteria and we invite students to use that criteria to either self-reflect or to help peers, they're engaged in critical thinking. The second piece I want to add to that, if we're going to involve students in peer feedback, we need to give them and have them work with the criteria for effective peer feedback, which is that always our comments are respectful, that we are never condescending or insulting. We do not build a community of thinkers if we insult and are condescending. Secondly, it's always warranted that our comments are not petty and trivial in nature, but they're substantive issues that will advance the work in meaningful ways. They're specific enough. They're not vague comments that the paper seems kind of disjointed and not well argued, but more specific and point out an area in which this seems to be happening. And the fourthly, they're constructive, that the comments are always meant to say, here's something you might think about. In this section of the paper, this is something I'm seeing as a weakness that could be improved perhaps if you try this, but you might like to try that. So we want students to internalize always when we give feedback, where we're respectful, the comments are warranted, it's specific, it's constructive.